Nope. All right. Hey friends. I'm gonna get set up here. I'm live on Facebook or no, YouTube right now, but I am getting set up for Facebook. Hello if you're watching. Please say hi. Um Getting this I just every week I guess I have to put in a new stream key. I know that doesn't mean a lot to most of you, but you know, in the live streaming world means everything. Advanced settings. Let's see if it's here. Persistent stream key. There it is. Somehow that got turned off. Well, hello Marcus and Kelly and CK. Happy birthday again, CK. I know it's not today, but I don't know. Your birthday in particular made me smile. I don't know why. All right, save. Let's start this. Let's see if that worked. There we go. Now we're going live on the Facebook. Great. And I know it still hasn't been rebranded like YouTube has. I'm still Baby Talk on Facebook, and on YouTube here I'm Life with Lynn. Because you know what? It's more than just babies around here. All right, pulling up comments today. And because I am a couple minutes early, you know, planning ahead, that's nice. Kind of. All right. Gotta log in. All sorts of fun stuff here. Da da da. This one, please. Right. The rel TT you made, that might be the reason you smiled. Well, you're gonna have to tell me what a rel TT is in order for me to answer that question, CK, because you're starting to talk like my teenager with words I don't understand. All right. Let's see if that worked. Did that pull up the right thing? Find posts. Doing things. Yeah. And view. Oh yeah. Now we're cruising. The key is key. That's right, Marcus. Hi, Mom. All right. I think we're golden. There we go. Uh-oh. My hotkey is not working today. How am I supposed to get this comment off the screen? I don't know. Oh no. What happened to my hotkeys? All right. I will tell you guys my plan for tonight is to spend some time in the studio, mostly to clear off my desk area, which luckily you can't see. I know how to take this down, don't I? Maybe I'm just gonna have to keep comments up on the screen the whole time. I've got to have what the heck? Oh, this is fun. What the heck is going on here? Settings? Well, 6:01. We got to roll with this now. I guess CK, your comments staying there the whole night. Unless I replace it with someone saying hi. Hi, Kim. Hi, Dad. All right. Facebook Reel or TikTok I made for your birthday. I think I did. Oh. Oh, you spelled real R-E-L-L. I get it now. It was like a miscommunication on both of us. But if I understood, you know, what a reel or TikTok was, you know, then I would have picked up on that. So that's on me. Okay. So shortcuts. I'm going to see if I can fix this super quick. No titles. Oh no. Oh, that's not a good sign when it spins like that. Oh no. Overlay input 4 out. It should work. It's not though. Well. Oh, I know. Look, figured it out, guys. Okay. Yeah, CK, you really are. Oh no, wait. Here we go. Got it. It's just a little bit more clicking tonight. Tech Talk with Lynn, indeed. That's what's going on. You know, cool kid lingo. Let me tell you guys. So I'm learning new words, and then as soon as I learn them and I know how to use them properly, that's when I'm informed that that word's no longer used. Now, I think that this is just a savvy 13-year-old trying to make sure that I don't try to talk like that. Like Bert knows the proper way to use the word no cap or no capping. I think it's no cap. And I was informed, I used it the other day in a place where I thought that it was correct, which I think it means like, sorry, this is an adult channel, so I think it means like no shit, or like I'm not kidding you, like it's real. I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because otherwise I've been using it wrong. And she goes, no, no one's saying that anymore. Everyone's saying, I think it's faux shizzy, but I said for frizzy, and she thought that was hilarious. It's bad. It's bad, guys. I'm not. Okay, yeah. So Kim, who's a teacher of middle schoolers, is confirming no cap equals no lie. Yeah, but like, can't you just say no lie? Like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't sound the same. Anyway. And my dad saying, now you know how we felt when you were all teens. I don't know though what we were like using. Yeah, I don't remember what we were using when we were middle schoolers or high schoolers that I don't know. What did we say? I don't even know. Like, I just thought we were saying words that everybody knew. I don't know. Now I feel really old. And I'll be honest with you guys. I've had a rough yesterday and today. Like, I'm just not feeling myself. And I think I'm sore from soccer yesterday. And I'm looking at my face, and like I'm starting to see new, like, just my eyes looking more tired. And I know it's allergies too, like kind of taking a toll on things. But like, I don't know, when did it happen? Like, when did I actually get old? Like, we joked about it in our, in like our 20s and 30s, like, oh, I'm getting so old and stuff. But like, and I know I'm probably gonna look back and laugh at this moment right now and go, I wasn't even old yet. But like, when did it happen? When did it happen where I got sore from playing a 45-minute soccer game? Oh, here's Kim's got a good example. Da bomb. That's right. I do remember that. No one says that anymore. You can't, actually. I might get flagged just for having this in my my live stream. But yeah, like when something's awesome, you say, oh, that was the bomb. Yeah, and not just the bomb. It's da bomb. Oh my God, that's right. Like the Bulls. I don't even know. Do they still call them da Bulls? Da Bears? I don't know. That's a Chicago thing. Okay, but let me be real with you. I named today's episode Parenting with Imposter Syndrome. And, I think that it's a big part of like what's contributing to how I feel yesterday and today, which is, I'm going through the motions and I'm achieving things. Like I scored in my soccer game yesterday. I finished finally the posts in the living room that I've been working on for, I guess the opportunity's been there for a year and 4 months. Not that I counted, I did. And, I achieved these great things, well, to me, scoring in a soccer game is great. I felt horrible yesterday. Just really could not put my finger on it and still can't put my finger on it. What it is, I feel like I'm beating myself up over something that I don't know. And I keep coming back to this idea, like we've got a teenager in our house now that I've never parented a teenager, let alone really any child for more than, 4 days, other than babysitting, and I got a text message, not a text message, a Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat. And I am staying in touch with my foster daughter's brother, who was with us for, I think 5 weeks. And now he's not with us, but we're still in contact. And he reached out to me and shared some news with me. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, hey, or not in my head, in response, I'm like so proud of him. I'm like, this is a great update. And I feel so like great that you're sharing with me, that you reach back out and like feel that connection enough to share this update of, things with me. And and then I think it sent me spiraling on this thing like, wow, he's only been out of my house for a week and all of a sudden he's doing great. And I don't know, like I just all of a sudden felt like, am I doing enough for the child still in my care? Okay. And I talked to Bert about this, and we we're like, yes, this is different scenarios. They have different needs and different behaviors, and what our capacity is right now is good for what for the child we have in our care. But it's also making me realize, like, all the time that I spent as an adult thinking about what I would do different than my parents when I had my own kids, I feel like was wasted time. I think what I am focusing on now is that what did my parents do right and that I want to do as a parent now. And I'm thinking of, like, I liked how my parents encouraged me to be social, and like, I find myself, like, encouraging my foster daughter to be like, hey, have your friends over, let's have a bonfire, let's have a movie night, do you want to have a party with your friends here? Not like a party, like, we're not throwing a house party with, like, all sorts of things, but, like, have a small group of friends over, and then I can meet them, and kind of foster this good like, I'll use the word foster there, foster this, like, healthy social environment, where it's clean, fun, supervised, and makes her feel supported by her friends that are over, and also by us as her parents. My mom is sending over, there's a lot of that going around, kind of in a funk. Okay, I think it's also, don't think it's one thing, honestly. I think it's also the season changing. This weather in Chicago is going from chilly, like, hey, it's not going to get warm again, then, hey, surprise, we're warm again, and then now it's, like, back down to the 40s today. It messes with me on an emotional level, the weather like that. I'm not ready for it to be so cold. I need a few more weeks of being able to do outdoor things. And I think my mom is saying, no, don't go there. This is my mom, commenting. So and I'm not entirely sure what you're responding to, but I think it's around this, like, this imposter syndrome thing. So parents, if you're watching, and this can, honestly, we can open this up to imposter syndrome in general, even if you're not a parent, like this idea that, like, you fill a role that you see other people around you doing a better job, and you're like, hold on, am I qualified for this? And should I very quickly exit and make sure I don't screw anything up? Or do I keep fumbling through this and never make it? Or do I keep fumbling through it and eventually make it? I think there's a lot to weigh here, and that's kind of where I'm at. So let me know if you, like, can you relate to this, especially as a parent, but also just in other ways, like how you've overcome imposter syndrome. And I know this was a big thing that we went through with the other live streamers that are watching, like Marcus and CK, who I know are here. This is a big part of what we go through when we do LIDA, or the other parts of just being part of the live streaming community, because there's YouTubers out there that have so much confidence and so many followers, that you enter a space and go, okay, I'm going to talk about a subject, but I'm not the expert on it. How am I supposed to, pull this off? And now and that was something that, like, I loved being part of that community because it helped me, like, push through. When I was talking about our journey through IUI, IVF, getting pregnant, miscarriage, all of that stuff, I'm like, I don't have to be an expert on it. I just have to show up and share my experience. But now, as a parent, I can't just show up and talk about my feelings to my daughter, foster daughter here. I have to decide what consequences are going to be when, certain actions are taken, or how to help her learn certain things, behavior and life, relationships, and how she's interpreting the world, and how to help her interpret it a different way. And I think that goes back to what my mom, now, even in me as I approach 40 years old, the things she's teaching me now. And that, I don't know if it was always there, or if it was something she developed and then kind of brought in to our relationship as we both matured, but teaching me how to be human. And that's what I want to bring into my relationship with the foster kids, is how to be human. Oh God, guys, heavy thing shit here. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is great. Okay. Marcus is saying, each day you are more qualified than the day before. This is a very good, this is like, I should print this out and have this as my mantra every morning. Today I'm more qualified than I was yesterday. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, I like that. Amy saying, well, you reeled me in every week, so you might be an authority on certain things. Well, thanks, Amy. I appreciate that. It's a fake it till I make it type of thing. So I'm glad I caught you, because I love having you as part of our community. Awesome. The fact that you get doubts only shows how much you care. Just keep going. Thanks. Yeah, and that I guess that's a really good point, Marcus. Is you know, if I just kind of kept going like I am the best, I know what I'm doing and stuff, and not stopping to say, hold on a sec, what am I doing here? Should I do that differently next time? Yeah, maybe that would kind of be, yeah, kind of lazy parenting, right? Or what's a better word? Not lazy, but kind of, I don't know. Not great though, right? Like if you kind of just like, you know what, I don't even care. I'm just gonna keep doing this and not analyze how that went down. And thank you for saying this too. Okay, Marcus, you're okay. You're filling my head with. It's gonna explode soon. Okay. I think this is what Bert is trying to tell me. You're doing much better than you think. And this is obviously Bert too. You know, I'm not the only parent here. We're parenting together. But we reflected on this a bunch last night when I was having a hard time falling asleep, and we chatted a little bit before bed, and even the night before I did too. You know, we find these little moments where it's just us and we have privacy where we can actually regroup on certain things. And I'm so thankful that we do that. And Bert did amazing yesterday. And I know I went on one of these little tangents last week too. I like highlighting what he's doing because I don't know. Okay, pull it together, Lynn. So Bert yesterday, he was picking up that I was not in a very mothering role, right? I was focusing on painting the posts in our living room, finally finishing that job, and I'm proud that I did. But it was detailed work, and I had wet paint, and if I stop and start, I'm going to get edges, and I just wanted to focus and just get it done because it took many, many hours. And you know, and I was present, and we were all in the same room because she's doing her homework or she's you know, on TikTok, and Bert is, you know, he's there too doing, you know, chores or whatever was going on. But we somehow, yeah, carried this into like, okay, Bert's helping her with her homework. Like she asked for help, so we sat down and did it with her. And they did critical thinking, like they asked the questions, and he didn't do the homework for her, but helped her. You know, like, okay, read this. What does that mean to you? Do you know what this word means? Okay, let's get through this. And they worked through it together. And I was just so, I was so impressed. And I knew that he was doing this also from a place where he used to not like reading, and you know, got tutored and then learned to love to read. And so I felt like there was something there, like, you know, like, okay, he was perfect for this right now because it's coming from a place of experience. And then they carried into like, hey, it's time to make dinner. But we were also making a dessert yesterday, and we were also making breakfast burritos for the week. And so, you know, he started to go and make things. I'm like, well, hey, can Imani help? Oh, sorry. Can our foster daughter help you? Sorry. You know, and he said, yeah. And she said, yeah. And she jumped in and she helped. And it was awesome. And I was just my heart was so full, like watching them do this, like both so willingly and both working so well. And it felt awesome. And she was learning and she was engaging, and it was great. And I'm just sitting there beating myself up inside going, man, you know, like, look at me over here, just focusing on my own thing, not really doing anything. I don't know. It's like I felt like I wasn't doing enough, even though I was creating that space for me to complete a project that I really needed to finish in order to just have it be done. And all in, you know, in the maybe there's some guilt too, is, you know, that I'm thinking about, as I shared last week, you know, exploring adoption. And we made an appointment with a consultant, not this week, but it'll be next week. I wanted to give ourselves some extra time to really kind of go through some material before we met with her, the consultant. And maybe there's some guilt there. Like, I'm not focusing on what I have here right now. And then on top of that, can I just add a whole side of mashed up potatoes to that plate? We decided to start thinking about turning our basement into a rec room. Now, that ties back directly to this. We've got a teenager in our house, and the house is only so big, and where does she go if she has friends over? Where can she retreat to that's not just her bedroom? Where can we retreat to if she wants to play video games in the living room? So we are so we're talking about redoing the basement, not redoing it. It's unfinished, so we're talking about finishing it, and that's a pretty big expense and another pretty big project. So we're putting a lot on a giant plate, that's more of like a serving platter for one. That's what it feels like right now. Thanks for saying this. We talked yesterday. You guys sound like a family, laughing and joking, and we did. We certainly, okay. Thank you, actually, for saying that. In the training that Bert and I have been doing for the last 6 weeks, and tomorrow's our last week, yay, we get some extra certifications as foster parents. Glad that will be, that 21 hours of certification will be done. But something that one of the trainers keeps reminding us of is a story where she had all these feelings inside of her where she was just switched off, right? Like, she wasn't in the mood to mother or comfort or anything, but she had an interaction with a foster child, and then called and felt like she just didn't put all of her effort into it, and felt a tremendous amount of grief or guilt afterwards, and then called a friend, and a friend said, well, how did your foster child react? And she goes, well, she didn't really. Then she's like, then they didn't pick up on how you're actually feeling. To them, it was just a normal interaction. So I think that this, Dad, is like that, yesterday I was there, my face was fine, but inside it wasn't. And so maybe I'm reflecting on how I was feeling rather than how it was interpreted by the others around, other than Bert. Bert can pick up on that. But, that story, you can apply it as well. It's like sometimes people can't pick up on what's going on inside. And if you just can continue to even be monotone or whatever, they don't know that monotone is because you're not giving it, the big giant smile that you normally would, for example. Yes, way to go, Bert, for doing so awesome yesterday. And yes, Amy, for sure. And this is certainly not to say I haven't done anything. We've done a lot of bonding, and she loves coming to our soccer games, which I love. She totally has the option to stay home by herself for an hour and a half, or she comes with us, and she does. She missed my goal. She says she didn't, but she did, because I look, doing her hair and just kind of bonding every morning when I drop her off for school. So we do have these moments. You're right. You're absolutely right. Okay, yeah. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. Just trust yourself. It sounds like you're doing amazing. You sound like my therapist. My therapist is working with me to try and get that word perfect out of my brain. And yeah, thanks, Mom. Never would have guessed your feelings yesterday during our conversation. Yeah, it was okay. When did we talk? Because I can't even remember. If it was before soccer, if it was in the morning, the feelings hadn't completely set in yet. But I don't remember when we talked now. Let's see if I can tell real quick. No, I can't tell real quick because of all the work calls that are on my log. Anyways, thanks, CK. And just remember, there's no actual certification for parenting. Well, I am certified as a foster parent, just to say. I know what you're saying now. All parents, biological, adopted, foster, etc., all learning as they go. And you're absolutely right. You really are. Even though I've taken classes and stuff like that, that doesn't mean we aren't learning as we go, because I think we're getting a lot more training day by day as we do it. Oh, Bert. I think you and her have an amazing connection that's fun to watch. Yeah, Bert did reflect this back to me yesterday, actually a couple times. And, you know, it's funny when someone can say something to you that doesn't align with something you're feeling, and you don't hear it. You don't understand what they're saying. It doesn't comprehend. You hear the words, but they don't connect. And so Bert had to tell that to me a couple times, you know, that there was a connection happening before I actually listened and understood it. It's just a weird thing, right? When I don't know, we get stuck in this little thing, and oh God, in being the person that sees someone going through it, you want so bad to have those magical words that can be like, hey, snap out of it. Oh, I've been there for friends, you know, and I just want to say, you know, like, hey, what you're feeling right now is kind of absurd, but not absurd, like, have your feelings and stuff, but also, like, can you see it the way I see it? It's completely different. It's a totally different reality. Okay, yeah, so when you were making grocery list and menu plans, yeah. So, yeah, you caught me in the middle of that day. Oh my God, that's right. I forgot. We called you for the recipe. That's what we called you for. No, I'm not sharing the pun, Mom. There's separate channels and reels for that kind of a thing. I'm not going to give you a Laffy Taffy pun on my channel because I don't remember it. Maybe Bert will remember. He can type it in if he does. So anyway, yeah, imposter syndrome, guys. Like that's. Thank you. Thanks for listening. If you related to this as a parent, you know, I hope that some of the comments other people left about, you know, how everybody's just figuring it out as they go along. I hope that those resonate with you. Oh my God. You guys are killing me here. Pun, please. Please. Oh my God. What was it? Oh, I remember. It was, what's an ant's favorite smell? Is that what it was? Bert, is that what it was? I think what's an ant's favorite smell? And it's deodorant. No, it's bad, guys. It's really bad. What is, oh, the best smelling bug. That's what it was. Okay, so see, I butchered it. It's the best smell. What is the best smelling bug? A deodorant. Are you happy? Are you happy? How many of you guys have left my channel now? Okay. Oh my God. Deodorant. I'm glad you guys like that. Okay. What insect smells? Thank you. Dad was helping out with that too. Only bad puns are good puns. Yep, it's true. I mean, they do get funnier the older you get, right? Especially if you have kids, it does make them a lot more funny. Okay, what else can we share? Do we want to check in? How are you guys doing? Does anyone want to send an update? What are you struggling with? What are your W's? As my foster daughter says, W. Okay, it gives me a lot of joy when I say something and she actually says W, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta win. Okay, Elliot, go ahead, type it in. So W's, and so I tried the other day. I'm like, oh, is that an L? And she's like, what? Like a W? Is an L like a loss? Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't even remember right now. Oh yeah, the lingo. Okay, and kind of, I think I've shared this a little bit before too. That, okay, teenagers, middle schoolers, right? They're going through a finding themselves phase and everything, and it's exhausting trying to make suggestions or help them make choices with a little bit of input, you know, without them completely wanting to do the complete opposite. It is so frustrating. So now I just try not to give any advice and hope that like she just chooses on her own to do the thing that I would have suggested. Oh my God. Oh, what's a pirate's favorite letter? It better not be R, because otherwise I'll be disappointed. It better be something else, Elliot. It better not be R. There it is, good. You'd think so, but it's the C they love. Okay, you got a W for that one. Good job. Good job. Oh, I love it. All right, guys. Good work. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for listening, and thank you for helping me work through some of these feelings. I can't say that they're just gone. I think I need to do a little bit journaling or just keep working on the self-care. Okay, one more happy story. I might have shared this before, and I'm sorry if I didn't, but what I am happy about, the influence I'm having on my current foster child, is that I like to be active, right? So these workouts on Fit On, I subscribe to like an annual thing for like $30. Totally worth it. And I can just do on demand whatever kind of workouts I want. And they've got meditation on there. And last week we did a meditation, like me, Bert, and the foster daughter. And we all were quiet, other than Joe wanted to lick my hair while I was laying on the ground. Joe's our cat. That was weird. I know. But I was just so really happy. That's what she chose. She wanted to do the meditation one, and she wants to do the dance ones and the yoga and like the stretch ones. And I'm just like, yay, love it. So I guess those are the things we're doing to bond. So, okay. All right. I'll take a point there. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up. Bert's making dinner. I don't think Teen Club is happening tonight. I think we're going to hang out. I'm going to clean the studio. Hopefully find some things that I've been looking for that are in this mess somewhere. All right. CK's like, I'm really glad you clarified who Joe was. It would be really weird if there's some random person in our house that I haven't told you about named Joe who was licking my hair. Yes, Joe the cat, who also just would not be touching me while we were sleeping last night. It was just too much. He normally just stays down by my feet, and last night he was just all over, like the most fur to body contact he could possibly get for warmth. Ugh, that's a W. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging. I will see you next Monday. What will we talk about next Monday? I don't know. I've got a big tournament for work this weekend. We've got Turkey Bowl football. If you're in the Chicago area and you've got a football team, get signed up for the Turkey Bowl. I get to celebrate my nephew's birthday this weekend. Super excited for that. Get to see family and catch up with everyone. I'm very, yay for family time. Love it. All right. And yes, you're really right about this. Joe is very in tune with people. And he was such a cuddle bug yesterday, not just with me, but also our foster daughter. And I loved it. And I took pictures, and I can't wait to put them in an album and give them to her later. Okay. Monday it is. Catch you then. I will see you then. And also, I'm not going to play any music on my outro today because I have to renew my Epidemic Sound license. So no music for you. All right. I'm rolling the credits. I'll see you guys later. Bye.